On today's show. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, tea, wine, whiskey, beer, water, and let's get into it. Right now. A very good day to you. It is Thursday, the 25th of August 2022. Now, yesterday I showed you this. Stripy shirt to Wednesday, and this is quite serious. The Three Gorges Dam is dry as a bone. Now, I'm not giving you any BS. We do have photographic evidence. And I also showed you what the dam was like as a tourist at the viewing area. It looked like this. What we didn't show and what was not available was the backside of the dam, how the water levels are. But I have managed to find today some images of when the levels were really low on the backside of the reservoir side of the actual dam, which is being shown right now here. And then you can see how it is when the levels are quite high. You can see the water line there, the dry and the wet of the concrete there. So this is what I was trying to explain yesterday, that the levels are incredibly low because of the drought which is hitting central China. Now, this Ma-on storm which is approaching is going to have a minimal effect. It's just going to be cooler in the southern part of China, but we'll explain that a little bit later on when we come to the weather. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Here is a headline: China's power crisis could reach Himalayan scale. Built through the 2000s as China's rise was most headlong, the world's largest power station can generate 22.5 gigawatts, equivalent to 20 nuclear plants. Two more of the world's 6 biggest generators are upstream of the reservoir of the Yangtze River. Together, they pump out enough electricity to light up the whole of Poland, which is pretty darn amazing if they actually work 100%. Happening with the dam, and these are some of the articles I found on newspapers from around the world. That makes the problems being experienced in the backyard of the Three Gorges a warning to other economies in Asia that would seek to follow China's path to development. Daily hydro generation has fallen by 51% against or amidst the worst drought on the Yangtze since the early 1960s. Part of a worldwide drying, they have also closed the Rhine to barge traffic. That has led to factory shutdowns as soaring demand for air conditioning collides with the constraints of provincial grid that depends on dams and its 4/5 of electricity. So it's not only China which is having these problems, it's Europe. It is coming towards the end of summer, and we do hope for cooler temperatures. And I'm sure a lot of people in places suffering with the droughts are praying for electricity. I could actually really imagine what's also happening there, because I've experienced it myself. When there is a lack of electricity in China, they just cut off the power to residential areas. No air conditioning, no electric fan, and it's baking hot. I could imagine that quite a few people would have bought some generators, some diesel or petrol powered generators or battery backup supplies like I have here. So at least you can keep cool for a while until they restore electricity to your area. Let's have a look at the levels, and we'll do that right now. So here are the levels for you on the 25th of August, Thursday, 2022. Kutan, Chongqing. Now it says it's gone down again. I think that says 162. Yingchang, 40 kilometers downstream of the dam. That says it's gone up at 40.75. That makes sense. And the Three Gorges reservoir, it says, is at 145.44. And the inflow, my glasses can't see it. But let's now have a look at the weather. And there is a little bit of good news for central China. There is a little bit of rain coming. There are some thunderstorms. There are more millimeters of rain coming in the next days or so. Have a look at this. A small city that most people didn't hear of until COVID-19 was Wuhan. Wuhan is downstream of the dam. It's on the Yangtze River, and this is what the Yangtze River is like now. How many kilometers away? I can't really say. Maybe like 3, maybe 400 away. This is how serious the drought is in China. And here is a quick report from one Chinese media on Weibo. Weibo is a little bit like Twitter on this situation in central China at the moment.
At present, there is a high demand for agricultural irrigation water. The water level in the middle and low reaches of the Yangtze River is significantly lower compared with the same period in history. The water supply for domestic and industrial use remains normal. But if the situation worsens,
it is actually quite amazing. When I do search through various websites, etc., the Chinese TikTok called Douyin, every time I type in Three Gorges Dam, it just goes blank. There's a black screen. And then I would type in Yangtze. There's a blank screen. When I go to social media there, like Weibo, again, it's like Twitter. I type in something like drought, and even I would type it in Chinese. There are very, very few posts about it, which makes me wonder how controlling the actual CCP is related to state media. I don't log in, I just type it in, and you can view, you could say like the regular TikTok. But this is how they cut power, even on the underground, the metro, the subway. There is very little power, minimal to see, for you just to see where to step. I could imagine 1 or 2 trips and falls coming soon. Now, related to the tropical storm, the typhoon that is possibly now hitting Hainan province and Hong Kong, etc., etc., this is a small report that I've got from Chinese state television related to the prediction. Now, when I'm recording this, this is in the afternoon, but I got the information in the morning, and by the time this is released on YouTube, may have already happened. But take a butcher's, which means take a look. Here are some small snippets of videos related to what's it like with the typhoon. The good news is with this storm Ma-on, Hong Kong downgrades to number 8 typhoon, warning signal number 3. Most morning classes are suspended, but if you carry on with that piece of information from the South China Morning Post is correct. It says afternoon classes will resume. And what you're going to see next is another snippet of how CGTN was reporting live this morning on Thursday the 25th of August related to Ma-on.
那我们在这里也提醒大家，那其实在这个台风马鞍在逐渐登陆的这个前后左右呢，其实茂名市的一个风力除了国会港的等等的一些位置，其实在全市范围内风力其实都在慢慢的一个增大。那在这个防台风的一个五停指令解除前呢，那除了
Related to the rest of this title of this show, it said China's imminent collapse. And this has been going around quite often on social media, I think more on Facebook, but I haven't actually seen it, but I did actually hear it from a couple of CCP shills. CCP shills are Westerners who live in China, really are anti-West. Everything is America's fault. If one person's finger falls off, it's got to be America's fault. That's how they are. And a lot of people are saying the imminent collapse of China. It's not going to happen. Like most strong governments, like the American government or the UK, or think of another one like France, it's designed not to, no matter what happens. The only thing that is the only possible thing which is going to be better for China in the future is just one person, Xi Jinping. Before 2012, when he was elected to be the General Secretary, or you could say like the President, China was actually okay. A lot of people were happy. There were some things that we weren't happy about, obviously, but that's the same as anywhere else in the world. He is changing it back to a Mao era. And have you seen him in any sort of reports related to what's happening, what's happening in China with the droughts or the situation? No. I'm sure he's somewhere in a very nice air-conditioned apartment or house or palace in Beijing, just enjoying his luxury as possibly one of the richest men in China. So, imminent collapse, it's not going to happen. Like it or not, it's not going to happen in China. But what could happen, and we hope happens, would be that Xi Jinping steps down and we're going to have a general secretary, or China's going to have a general secretary related to the people, the People's Republic of China. the People's Republic. Like you could say, before Xi Jinping, it wasn't perfect, but trust me, it was a lot better than it is now. Brings us to a close on Thursday, the 25th of August. How many times have I had Thursday that said the 25th of August 2022? Many thanks to all the new subscribers for yesterday's video. It did get up to, well, the last time I looked, about 6,000 views. So thank you so much for that. And welcome to all the new subscribers. Anyone else, please do take the time to like, subscribe and share. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow on Friday. That will be the 26th of August 2022. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for your time.